All right, thank you. Who is helping us with the recording so I know who to reach out to after?
No one.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, good evening, everyone. Sorry for keeping you all waiting on the call. We are 90 minutes past 6. This starts 6 dots. Sincere apologies for that. All right, the theme for today's meeting, um, understanding the RPJD mandate, structure, expectation, and work culture. And it's the committee onboarding and orientation section. So, without wasting much of our time, just hold on, please. So, let me welcome everyone, formally to the onboarding section. I want to say good evening and thank you for joining this RPJ onboarding and orientation section. This section is very important, and I'm glad that we are starting in a structured and intentional manner. Please get your writing materials just in case you have them with you. I already make an announcement for now. It's very important that you captured some of this information that I'll be dishing out into the question section. Your notes, because you might need to make later on, and then you get to know what we are doing, why we are doing it, and the reason behind it. So please, for the executive secretariat, please do not take the minutes. I want everybody to be attentive and listen carefully as I take you on this journey. Please, I know for some reason some people will just join the club and meeting and go and sleep somewhere. Please, this is not the kind of meeting you just join and begin to attend to your personal errand. I need your attention in this because of some information I'm going to be communicating to the general house. Um, like they used to say in law, ignorance is not an excuse. Please pay attention, pay rapt attention to everything I'm saying. And if you do need clarity, please ask questions. Um, Thank you. And the purpose of today's onboarding meeting is very simple, is to ensure that every committee member of the RPJD, both new and existing, has a clear understanding of why this committee is, how it operates, and what is expected of us individually and collective. I'm getting an AI prompt. I don't know who needs that. Should I approve or not? Okay, I've approved that. I don't know who needs that anyway. Okay. Okay, so let me give you an overview. Over time, this committee has evolved. Maybe I should give you a background story. I didn't know when exactly they started this committee, but I think it was in 2021, 2022. And the committee last operated in 2020. That was the last time they have this committee operation. And before Engineer Nimot, who current branch chairman of NSE Ikeja Branch, and she's presently on this call, decide to revive the committee. And that is why you can see RPJD force now, because she was the one that revived it and said, no, what was done in those times, she wants to bring it to life. And I think I will appreciate her for that decision, because that decision has affected many people's life. It has impacted many people's life. Go on our LinkedIn, people are saying all sorts about it. And we thank God for lives that have been impacted through the work that we are doing in this committee. And I want to also appreciate the branch chairman, especially for making that decision. It's the right decision, the very good decision, it's an excellent decision, and I think I must commend her for that. So, like I said, the committee has evolved over time. Structures have been refined, expectations are clarified, and standards have been raised over time. Like every serious committee, RPJD has gone through evolutions. We've gone through restructuring and performance-based realignment. So let me explain that to you. Sorry, I think there is no light there and there's it. Maybe I'll have to turn off my video so don't see. Sorry for that. I think I'll have to off my clock. Sorry. Oh, sorry, I needed to change my clothes because of it's too much. Um, so where was I? Okay, so we have gone through evolution, restructuring, and performance-based alignment. This onboarding is not just that, also a element section for up. So we all start. So for existing going for RPJD, I'm sure you're already saying,
Your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking.
"Hey, is it breaking for everybody? Or the person's network. Please, can every other person confirm that?
No, I can hear from my end.
Okay, you can hear me from here.
It's actually
Yes.
breaking on my end.
It's breaking on my end too.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Is my voice fine now? Is it better now?
Yes.
I'm clear now, right? I can go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, so this section is about clarity, professionalism, accountability, and shared purpose. By the end of the today, there should be no ambiguity, mandate, our culture, or our expectations. And I encourage you to listen attentively, participate actively, and see this as the foundation for how we work together. That's very would like to take our opening prayer. I want to use first stanza of the national anthem as the opening prayer. Our technical team, can you do that for us? So everybody can write it together. Can we have the third standard projected? So once you begin to share the slide, please just keep have of that thing. All right, so 1, 2, 3, let's go. We'll take it together. 1, 2, 3. God of all creation, help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so that Nigeria may be blessed. In Jesus' name, amen. Sorry. All right, so we want to proceed other part of the agenda and the formal welcoming. And okay, so I would like to formally welcome everyone again, especially our newly appointed members. We appreciate your will to serve. At the same time, I want to thank our existing staff, particularly those who have been your persistent commitment are noted, and this section is equal. It is important to really provide content. RPJD committee starts in its I started all after the committee. I've not received job, but I was the one that did the shortlisting of candidates. I remember it turns out they had 89 applicants applied for that job. I was the one that sent flyer out, put the message out there. Eventually, I was the one that did it myself. So what it means to shortlist 9 applicants. And we just needed not just 5 or 6. I remember we had to shortlist the top 5 for every discipline. Shortlist 5 people over. It was great as well. I did it all alone. But I documented everything that was so that people do that same work after me. They already know the process. Check the doc. I put all of the like, really materials, everything was deliberate because so that the people who enter into that office, that part of the office, as they read the document. I could say the ESO also. She started doing one as there are some things I've not told her. She was just making reference past documents, and I could see she was using them. Oh, this is so that was the intention behind it. To ensure that there is that continuity and there is information lost. When I began the handover, I didn't have any documents. Everything you see in this committee, I built. I was the one that created all the documents. I started from not like I remember okay, who is the leader of the ECM? One time he was asking me for something needed to competition in his unit, but for some reason we couldn't get. I don't know whether it was documented, but like I said, it was that the committee last operated. In 2022, things in even if that's the way it should be run. That is why we have what we have today. So let me share a brief. I hope you can all see anything.
The network still breaking. Just try to speak to your speaker directly, please.
Is it still breaking now?
It seems the way as you're trying to navigate your head, it seems it's just fluctuating around the speaker. So
Please, can any other person confirm that I'm actually breaking?
Yes,
I
sir.
think for now you sound okay, but when you start speaking, sometimes you break. But currently you're sounding quite fine.
Hey, shouldn't be today that this is happening. Otherwise, we will go outside. But I'm fine now, right?
Yes, you are fine currently.
yes, you're fine.
Please, just in case I'm breaking again, just call my attention. And I hope you were able to get some of the before now, just in case. Do I need to do a recap of what I've mentioned before now? Or can I go ahead?
Please go ahead.
Just go ahead. Just go ahead.
Okay, so I want to share a brief history. Just in case I'm breaking again, just quickly, unmute and call my attention to it. Just like many committee, started, we began with a group of 12 members. We started with good intentions, and we faced operational realities as well. Like I said, at this stage of the committee, I was practically the one doing everything in the committee. And then we began to build. I think I must appreciate Favor Olabode Olaoluwa. He's the lead for the RP unit. I remember when we started there were just 2 entire units, just lead and assistant. And after putting Favor through on what is expected from him as the lead of that unit, the assistant we got at that time was not performing. The person was not even particularly doing it. Favor single-handedly covered the stage. And from that time to date, I think ERP unit has done so well. But I don't even have to go to that unit because really handed over to Favor. The guy was just firing a lot. And he has been doing some job. I think he deserves some form of applause. Let me appreciate him. He's one of the committee members that I will forever cherish. You know what it means for one person to show that to people's work. He really did a very good work for the committee. Thank you so much, Favor. There's somebody else that I also appreciate is Okay. Okay is the lead for ECML unit. Okay has a very high energy. Um, and okay is the one manning our subcommittee directly under his unit, the RPJD sub. We had to create a subcommittee because of the work we wanted to do. We are going to be having our career fair this month. We had to create that subcommittee because we need more hands to assist in the work of the career fair, people to manage protocol for us, manage the guest for us, be the usher for the event. But there are many aspects of the event that we need, and that is what necessitated us, creating that subcommittee. Like I said, we started with a group of 12 people can do that kind of work. And then, but okay has been up and doing, and I must also commend okay. Okay is a fantastic guy. He's also been for us in the committee, even though we have not been able to make headway as regard our career fair because the chairman is busy. It's another part of the committee. And I think I was the one that actually stalled this operation because there were things that were supposed to have started by now that we didn't start because I was grossly involved in other aspects of the committee that would show that they are also fine. It also helped me appreciate, okay, he's a fantastic guy and he has been wonderful job in the SML unit. Please, I didn't see any form of appreciation. Are you guys not happy? Let me appreciate it. I also, your own time to become when it is time. I will also give you the, accolade. Thank you so much. Okay, Ismail eventually came on board to become the assistant for favor. When we eventually make that change, and Ismail too, honestly, has been. Thank you so much, Ismail. Thank you so much. God bless you. Then my committee chairman, even though me and him we've had some little, back and forth. I think I also should recognize him. Thank you so much, Mr. Taiwo Badru. Um, you are also well appreciated for the work you have done for. Thank you so much. So, like I said, and as work progresses, we began to put structure in place. That we begin to change our performance standard to ensure that there is sustainability. And as a result, some members were reassigned to our subcommittee on performance, while others exited completely for reasons, for reassign. If you want to know why we had to reassign some committee members to that is captured in our governance manual, so you can read that to know why we send people to subcommittee. So this decision were not personal, actually, they were institutional. They are taken in the interest of the committee for effectiveness and for accountability purpose. Everyone who has been part of the RPJD journey has contributed in one way or the other, including those that are no longer with us. I must be sincere. And we acknowledge that. We sincerely acknowledge that. We acknowledge their contribution to the committee. However, moving forward, how PJD is entering a new phase, one defined by clarity of roles, accountability, structured delivery, and professionalism. I had an interaction with all the leads of every unit yesterday. We had a serious conversation on how we want to, on the changes we are making in the committee. I needed to have that, conversation directly with them because they are the lead of the unit and they will be responsible for everything that happened in that unit. So just in case you're not invited, please don't offend it. It was just the lead, meeting. And in that meeting, we had conversation like that we have transitioned from founders operator model to structured leadership model. Because we're not part of the meeting, let me just explain that to you. So it's just a shift in a way a company runs. So for example, what I mean by the founder operator model is if you are starting your business newly, you'll be deeply involved in day-to-day operation of that business as the owner of that business. So you wear multiple hats. You oversee everything from strategy to execution because it's a new business, you want to save costs, and you're just starting out. So you won't be employing people at the initial stage. So you shoulder many of the responsibility. You'll be the accountant of that business, you'll be the sales manager of that business, you'll be the driver, you'll be the one running errands for the business all alone. And because you're just starting up. But as you begin to scale the business and begin to grow, You move from the founder operator model to a structured leadership model now. That is, the business has grown to a level. You now have people that help you manage things, so that you can now be more effective as the CEO of that business, and then you can delegate responsibility. You no longer be the accountant now. You now have an accountant for the business. You have the finance team. You have the sales team. You now have every functional team for that business, and that will help you run the business more efficiently and scale better. And that is the stage that how PJD. We have moved from that founder operator level model to the structured leadership model. I just need to mention that. And I also shared with them in that meeting that we have outgrown a single point of contact model. So before now, you check our publicity material, it's always the chairman, co-chair number that you found. Then you found the lead, no name, and just the office, their numbers on our publicity flyer. But with the interaction and the conversation we had internally yesterday as the committee, we are changing that model. So lead going forward will be the first point of operational contact. And in our publicity material, they will always be the first point of contact. And we've had all of those conversations, what's expected from them, what they are supposed to do, because they will practically be interfacing with unknown people, and they are meant to be professional and attend to people in a courtesy manner. So we've had all those conversations yesterday, and that is the new, because of the new structure that we are building. And I also mentioned to them that going forward, we are going to be having internal trainings for our team. Training is very important. Some people we hired, we understand that some of them, they have not been entrusted to some of the positions we give them. So I myself, as the chairman, I'm ready to train, many people so they can be more effective in the delivery of their work. And I'm also, I've also called for, the lead as well to co-facilitate the trainings with me, so that the people that are under them can be more effective, they can be more efficient, and collectively we can all take RPJD to the next level. So this committee is not just a committee where you run tasks or you run errands for the committee. It's also a place where you develop your leadership skills as well. So all of these things have been captured to ensure that you have a solid and a wholesome experience at the end of your, stay with us in this committee. So there'll be internal trainings, and lead will help train other members as well. I also mentioned to them that everyone here is a potential successor. As I'm working or doing this for this committee, I'm also preparing, people that will succeed me in this role. The goal of every leader, the best that any leader can do, or how you measure a leader's success by the ability to raise another successor. So I'm not just, I don't just want to be the one-man champion of the committee. I want to raise other leaders that they can comfortably fill into my shoe, just in case I'm out of the way. They can take the committee to another level. So I'm giving them the necessary exposure, and that is what is even necessary in the training as well. So all of you is a potential success. Any of you can succeed me in this. That's just the truth of the matter. Just in case they're also thinking, oh, I'm new now, how do I succeed you? I'm just even joining the committee, I'm not even joining the branch. So let me also let you know that being new is not a disadvantage, just in case you're already thinking about it. I hope you can still hear me, please. Please, I hope you can all
Loud
still
and
hear me.
Yes,
clear.
you can hear, you can hear.
Okay, so being new is not a disadvantage. Like I shared with the leads yesterday, I also recently joined the branch. I think I joined them in July. That was when my membership transfer was completed. I'm barely 6 months in the branch, and now I'm occupying a very big role in the branch. So I'm just telling you that just in case you are thinking, oh, I'm new now, I'm also very new in the branch. So I just recently joined them less than 6 months. I'm interested with this position, and so it's not a disadvantage for you. So prepare yourself. You can be called upon to be the committee chair or the committee co-chair. And I've also shared with old committee members that I don't intend to do more than 2 years on this role as the chairman of this committee. The reason why I wanted 2 years is because I know 1 year was just, in fact, this first year is just for me to put structures in place to ensure that everything I have in mind, the structures is well completed. Then by the second year, I can begin to, achieve everything that I have in mind concerning this committee. So that's why I wanted, minimum of 2 years. Then I can step aside for you guys to step into my role, so that you can continue the work. Because I'm not going to be happy, despite putting all the structure in place, putting all the documentation in place, doing all of those things. At the end of the day, we don't hear about RPJD again. It's going to be disappointing for me as a person. And that's why I'm raising you guys as potential leaders as well, potential successor, such that just in case I'm out of the way, any of you can comfortably fill in my shoe and the committee can run. And by the grace of God, honestly, I'm wishing that the little work I've done, and by the time you guys are coming to become the chairman of the committee, you will take it to a bigger level than what it is currently. So please prepare yourself for leadership. You can even be an assistant lead. It doesn't disqualify you. So please, just put in your best, do the work as expected from you. And at the end of the day, anything can happen. Let me just put it that way. So no position is also permanent. Performance determines growth. I share that with them as well. And I also mentioned that in this place, they should maintain a documentation culture. If it is not documented, it did not happen. Like I said, when I started the committee as well, I was documenting everything I was practically doing. And I have to create template for people that would, want to also do that work and they can have something to run with. They don't have to start from scratch, just the way I started. And I also encourage the lead to please escalate issues early. Silence is not professionalism. Because you are the lead does not mean you know everything. All of us is still learning. Even me myself, I'm equally learning. So I've had all those conversations with them. And in this committee, we are not competing with one another. UCML is not competing with TRP. I want us to maintain unity. We succeed or we fail together. So sometimes we can act as a support for other people in other units just to ensure that they were able to deliver on their mandates. So just in case we are called upon to play a role that does not originally fall within your assigned roles and responsibilities, please understand it's teamwork and we encourage collaboration as well. So this onboarding serves as a formal reset. Like I mentioned, it aligns new and existing members under the same expectation, the same culture and the same standard of performance as we move into the next phase together. So before we proceed, I would like everybody on the call to please introduce themselves, your name, your background, your role in RPJD units, and what you hope to contribute. I'll give everybody 1 minute each. So please just unmute as the other person finish speaking so that we don't waste time on this part of the section. Thank you. So anybody can unmute and introduce. Thank you so much.
Okay, good evening, everybody.
Good
My
evening.
name is Omalade Okechukwu. I'm the mentorship operation officer. I work with Transmission Company of Nigeria in Abuja. So to be the digital backbone of the committee in that sense of it. So I just hope to not just put in my skills, but also learn one or two things about structures and everything. Thank you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Okematu Oluwaseyi. A project engineer for PW, and I'm the ECML lead on the RPJD committee. Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't hear. Is it PWC or what did you mention? With the head updates, I beg, please mention that again. I didn't hear that where you work.
I said I'm a project engineer, work at PWA, Cathedral West Africa.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
the lead for ECML RPJD committee. Thank you.
Oh yeah, anybody can unmute please because of time.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Memuna Turaji, a recent graduate of chemical engineering from the University of Lagos, and I'll be serving as the Executive Secretariat Officer of the RPJD Committee. During my time here, I hope to contribute by strengthening the documentation of the committee and improving information flow and supporting timely execution of the programs. And I also hope to learn and collaborate with my fellow committee members. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I am Abiola Akinolu. I am the assistant mentorship lead, and I work with JP Smart Solutions as a junior power systems engineer.
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Ibichemo Bibogomo. I serve as the mentorship lead for the committee, and I work as a construction project manager for Mixed Africa here in Lagos State.
Hi everyone. My name is Bello Ahmad Kamiwa, and I am acting as ARP support officer, operation officer. I am a structural engineer with 2 years of experience. Nice meeting all of you.
Great. Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Favor Olaoluwalabode. I work with Stratford EU Limited. I'm the current ERP lead of our RPJD Committee.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Taiwo Badru. I serve as the secretariat unit and I work at the Chevron Yard as a power system engineer. Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ismail Babatunde Abdulhakim, an engineering technologist. And I presently work with Ikeja Electric. So I'm within the committee. I'm the assistant lead RPJD committee. So I've actually joined the committee in order to make sure I give back to society and also learn within my same members. So thank you.
Please, would you put we equally show what of you guys introduced. Sure. I have from you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bolariwa Akisoya. I currently work as project officer at Intermark Consulting Limited. I'm very excited to be a member of RPJD committee, and I hope to collaborate with the team to ensure seamless execution of. So I hope to learn, collaborate, and contribute to the success of any program that RPJD organizes. Thank you very much.
Equally, are you saying some Mr. BC?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. So go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Oyeniyo Yekunle Ebenezer. I'm currently working as project engineer in a construction company that's Megawatt Nigerian Limited. serving as Assistant Committee Secretary at RPJD. I look towards working together with everyone and contributing together to achieve the goals and visions of RPJD. Thank you so much.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. My name is Adebisi Tulokwe. I work alongside with the chairman of the RPJD committee as the co-chair. I work with Under Manufacturing Nigeria Limited as a production engineer, and I'm looking forward to network, contribute, add value to the growth of this committee. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr.
Good evening,
Chair.
everyone.
Oh, okay. That Mr. Julius. Okay.
Good evening,
Right.
everyone. Olonode Julius Olabisi. I work with Bantog Engineering Limited here in Lagos as a control and automation engineer, and I serve currently as the secretary to the ECML unit. I tend to impute my expertise to take note of the progress and every detail to progress the unit. So that's it.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Julius. The technical team, can you please? Thank you so much. I want to welcome Chairman, Chairman of NSE Ikeja Branch, the person who has delegated this task to me to manage. Thank you so much for the confidence you put. Please permit me to call on you. Of course, you're welcome. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Let me be sure you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Yes, good evening. Minutes. So, good evening, everyone. The committee chair, distinguished volunteers, committee members, good evening. On behalf of the leadership of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Ikeja Branch, I'm pleased to formally welcome you to the RPJD committee. I know some of us were new and are not residents in Lagos or a member of the branch, but I want to sincerely thank you for your commitment and interest in RPJD committee. And I must also applaud the way you were interviewed, onboarded. I mean, now being onboarded, I joined the interview and I thank you for your passion. I thank you for your interest, and I thank you for all the work you've been doing before now. The RPJD is a strategic designed to connect credible resources. I know the chairman has talked a lot about that, but I have been very deliberate since I was elected as the chairman to find a committee chair that will really bring to life the experience I had about 4 years ago under the tenure of Engineer Olutosin Ogunmola, who during his tenure, this committee was a very, very active committee. And I volunteered then as an executive of the branch. I volunteered under the committee, and I was in the technical team, preparing slides, getting cameras, getting the speakers, those that came to attend, and ensuring that participants also go to the booth to do their interview. So That memory did not leave me, and I felt that the branch is losing out by not getting this committee active. Beyond that, we also have the opportunity of connecting our members to potential employers, not because they are not employed, but because maybe they need better jobs, maybe they need to send out contracts. I mean, there is a whole lot that this committee is doing. I keep searching. So on that note, I want to sincerely appreciate Engineer Peter Ogunbowale MNSC for accepting to build on the strong foundation that Engineer Bamidele has laid. Because, I mean, the experience, I must be honest with you, is something that did not leave me. And then when I see the passion in him, the way he has even restructured, I mean, it started with nothing, like he has said. The only thing I did was to connect him with Engineer Bamidele, and maybe they have one or two chats and tell him what the committee is about. But like he said, all the initiatives, there is. And once he just said, oh, this is what I'm thinking, we go back and forth and we align and, we see it live. So I must thank him. And I must also implore you to please work with him, because I do tell people that mentorship is both ways. It can be forward mentorship and it can be reverse. So for me, I'm learning some things from all of you under his leadership, and I'm also willing to give, like you mentioned, to give my support. So, like I do tell many people that the next 7 months during the rest of my administration, let's try and be the best we can. I'm not saying that afterwards I will not be involved, but it's one of my own priorities that this should be achieved. And then the career fair is also something, honestly, I'm really, really looking forward to that. And I'm sure that we can, working together, we can make it happen, and very impactful as well. So I think that's the bit I just want to say this evening. I want to sincerely thank each one of you, those that are even non-engineers that have volunteered. I know I listened to one of you's interview, a computer scientist, and she was very sure what she can bring on the table. So it's a volunteering role, but I can assure you, for those of you that have been volunteering deliberately, the reward is beyond what we can pay for you, what we can pay. And I just want you to please give your best, respect the information that you receive. Sometimes when I see people toying around with information, and I ask them, do you know about data privacy? So we are privileged to have been receiving those tons of information, and I want you to please preserve them, use them for the purpose that we said we're going to use them for. I mean, let's keep them the way we said we'll keep them. Let's respect people's privacy, and let's be responsive. Don't let him continue to work alone, because that's always the problem. Somebody take it up, work on it, and doesn't have a successor. So may the successor be more successful than him. I want my own successor to be more successful than I am. That shows I've made impact and I've thrown up a challenge. So like you said, he's also new in the branch, but you can't tell that he's new in the branch. I'm also a young person in the branch, and I've been trying to find out. I think I most likely will be the youngest chairman, myself or Engineer Okumola. So please, it's not by age, it's by the impact you can make. We have a lot of committee in the branch, and this is one of the most vibrant branch. They started late in quotes, because in the first tenure, we don't have RPJD. The then chairman that was very active under Engineer Bamidele not take it up. He also benefited some with them. So I want to sincerely thank you. Look forward to us working together. I promise you, I won't leave you alone. I trust the chairman won't leave you alone. So don't leave us alone to run all of this. So welcome on board, and to existing committee chair, I thank you. Engineer Oke, I acknowledge you especially. Engineer Tolu is also one person to be commended. He tried to sustain the committee. he really tried, and I must acknowledge that as well. So on that note, I welcome you and I sincerely thank you. Good evening, and wishing us a very fruitful celebration.
Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you so much. We are encouraged by everything you said. Thank you so much. Please help me appreciate. If you are not showing applause, writing, please help me appreciate her. Celebrate her. All right. We need to move to other aspect of it. Time. Technical team, please. So we want to move to the overview of NSE Ikeja Branch, RPJD strategic goal. You had the branch action that's the strategic, and I'll explain that as we journey. So Ikeja branch is one of the most active branches nationwide. I think what actually drew me especially to Ikeja branch was their level of activeness on the page. I was with, like I said, I did my branch transfer from Abeokuta, sorry. I saw a lot that they through their LinkedIn page, and I was attracted to part of this vision. We get so it was so easy for me to come in and say, no, I just want to step into the leadership office. When I came in, I told the brancher, she didn't know me from anywhere. I told her I want to be part of the ESCO. Like somebody that is new in the branch, you've not even done one, you want to just join ESCO like that. You understand? It's a bit, it's somehow. We have not tested you, have not seen what you can do. But I've been a leader everywhere I go. I'm used to occupying offices, so I know that definitely I coming to get a branch and also the leadership. So I told her then, but for some reasons, my membership transfer was not processed on time, and she said the election process, and all of that, and that is why I didn't join the ESCO. But hopefully, next executive, perhaps I may be privileged to be part of them because I really want to spread my impact. So there is a document called 10 years growth plan, as you can see on the slide. 10 years growth and development by Ikeja Branch. So there is a vision, there's a reason why this document was put together. Please, can you go to the next slide? So in Ikeja Branch, they have plenty standing committee. You can see technical and professional development committee. You see resource portal, that's our committee, and there are other committees. Some of them their names has been modified. Some of them changed for some reason. So I just wanted to know that we have different standing committees. You can stay on the slide, please. We have different standing committees in Ikeja Branch, and I will explain. So the branch operates through executive committee and standing committees. Who are the executive committees? Those are the ESCO and the standing committees. And let me explain the difference to you just in case you don't know. This is applicable everywhere, not just in Ikeja branch, not even in NSE, it's applicable everywhere. So the difference between ESCO and standing committee is this: ESCO provide governance, policy direction, final approvals, and decision authority. So the ESCOs are the ones that do all of that. They provide policy direction. They want to take the branch to a particular direction. Governors, it's their duty to do that. While standing committees are responsible for execution, implementation, and delivery of values to members. That is what committees does everywhere. Even if at the university level, you always see, let's say you're an ESCO of a particular body, you always, if you want to do any program, you always create a committee to oversee that. Let's say, the ESCO wants to do, let's say, a program for the school. They will have to create a committee that will oversee that. But the type of committee that is created, at that level were temporary. It has a time for, let's say, 2-3 months. By the time the reason why the committee was set up has been fulfilled, that committee will be dissolved. But for NSE Ikeja branch, it's a standing committee. That's why they call it standing, because it's a committee that remains. It doesn't just fulfill an objective and disappear. like you have happening in your university system and in other, structures as well, where you have a governance structure. So they are standing committee because they remain and they last alongside with the ESCO. So they don't change over time. They always have, objective, TOR and the rest of them. So, but I will take you all in the conversation as we journey, so I don't bother you so much. So ESCOs, they do things politically. Committees do it operationally. That's why I said, I'm going to be dishing out so many things. They do it operationally. And if you check the slide that is being projected, you will see at where you have the standing committee mode of operation, you see something that they wrote to establish standard operation procedure. Did you see that? That's very important. It's one of the objectives that the committee must fulfill, because that helps to ensure that the branch fulfill, like I said, they are responsible for execution, implementation, and delivery. So while doing that, they must have mode of operation, how they do it. So ESCOs, politics, committee, operations. Know that difference. Committees are not assistants to ESCOs. Don't get it wrong. They are engines of the branch. You need to know that they are engine of the branch activity. So anytime the branch wants to do anything, they do it through the committees. So you need to know that and be very clear. They want to bring partnership on board. It has to be I think there's a committee for partnership. There are all sort of committees, that is responsible for different aspects, of the branch. So just know this. So RPJD is one of the standing committee, and we exist to execute a specific mandate that supports the branch strategic objective, particularly in the area of professional development and member value. I will come back to that later. Strategically, RPJD sits at the intersection of career development, employability, professional visibility, and opportunity access. So if you check everything we do as a committee, you will see all of that put together. You will see that in details as we proceed in our conversation. And these are real and pressing needs, especially for young engineers, graduate members, and professionals navigating career transitions. Then why is RPJD strategic? RPJD addresses real pinpoint problem, and the real pinpoint problem is jobs, career clarity, professional growth, and early career support. So if you check what we are doing, really, we provide job opportunities to our members. Career clarity, that is why we have things like our monthly capacity building section, the mentorship program, and all of that running concurrently. Then professional growth is part of the 10 years plan for the branch that their members must develop professionally. So it's part of the work that we are doing. Then we also provide early career support. So let's say the student member among us, you need internship opportunity, to always get that through RPJD committee. So how RPJD exists to help the branch remain relevant, responsive, and impactful in areas. And that's why it is strategic. Our work complement leadership decision, and we operate under the guidance of our committee advisor, which is Engineer Bamidele Idris. Is not present in this meeting. He already notified me ahead. And the branch chairman's oversight, so as to fully align with the values and direction of the Ikeja branch. So understanding this structure is important because it frames how we work, who we report to, and the level of professionalism expected of us as members. You have jumped my slide. Please go back. I want to show them some. Go back. Go back a bit. Okay, after just go to the next. So there's a reason I put this. No, go back to the next again. I think I've mentioned this. I don't want to overflow. So you can see professional development as part of the 10 years plans, and it's part of what we do as well. So if you check this calendar, so every August, every year, Ikeja Branch usually have their AGM meeting, annual general meeting. And the annual general meeting is a meeting where they tell everybody what the executive for that particular tenure. They share with all of us in the room as to what they have done, what they have achieved. This is what we have been able to do. For this 1 year, And then not just that as well, it's also where there is also election are also being conducted that same month. So you have 1 week devoted to all of this. So there's always election as well, where they will bring in new set of leaders to occupy different offices, and there will also be equally handover too. Might not necessarily every day, that day, but at least people that are coming in already know which shoe they are feeling. So I'm just sharing this so you know that that happens every August. Just in case you are also interested, part of the leadership of the branch. So August this year, just look forward towards that or prepare yourself towards that. And then there's also room to join the Young Engineers Forum as well. Year one, I'm equally the Assistant General Secretary for year four. So year one, the same period as they're doing for the branch, they're doing the election for the year, they'll also be doing it for year one as well. So there are also different offices in year four that you can occupy and serve in the branch through year four as well. So I just wanted to mention that. So you can now move to the next slide. So let me quickly, you can move to the next slide, please. I want to move to the RPJD mandate, vision, objective, and committee culture. So if you check the slide, you will see prospects, you will see COR, time of reference, then you see KPIs. So let me quickly or briefly explain the differences, just in case you need to know. So the term of reference you see there, it simply means the mandate of the committee. It answers what is this committee created to do. So if you check the term of reference, you know what is it that we are created to do. The things you've done, the things you are yet to do, you can say it, clearly said. Then the key performance indicator is the metrics for success. That is how they know whether they have achieved our goals and objective or not. So if you also check our governance manual, you see all of that, highlighted there. Then our prospect, the prospect simply means the big picture, like the bigger vision that you have, and like what success looks like in general. That's the prospect, that's the meaning of prospect. So let me just leave that to come back to all of that. All of these things are well documented in our governance manual, so you can read and visit, then you can visit all of these things and understand better what RPJD covers. There's a vision. There's a vision. Like the Bible says, sorry, I want to bring it. Said, write the vision, make it plain on tablets that I may run with it. There is power in writing down a vision. So let me share our vision with you so you know. Our vision is to build RPJD into a trusted, credible, and impactful professional platform. Like I said, please write all those things. One that is known for quality delivery, consistency, and relevance. RPJD should not just exist, it should be felt in the professional lives of members. I hope you caught that. It should be felt in the professional lives of members. So we are not just another committee that is full of so much activity and we are not making any impact. We exist to ensure that whatever we are doing are felt by the members. We are really seeing our impact. So let me take the vision again. RPJD, our vision is to build RPJD into a trusted, credible, and impactful professional platform. One that is known for quality delivery, consistency, and relevance. That's very important. So we have to be consistent with what we do. Now, today we are on, tomorrow we are off, or today we do something very important, and people like people, then tomorrow again, we are retired. You can't see us again. They can't even find us. There must be that consistency. And that relevance must be there. We must be acting people like. They must see the our community. So that's our vision. Then our objective includes structured capacity building instructions. I've have some of this conversation with the mentorship unit. I think I also did, okay, maybe I didn't mention during the lead, right? Dissemination of verified opportunities as well. So you see us rolling out job adverts for different positions. Mentorship support, we already have a NIBAMS program that provide mentorship for members. Access to professional resources and initiative that enhance visibility and career clarity for members. So that's what our objectives are. And if you do this successfully, the branch membership will automatically increase. So our goal is not to be looking for members to join Ikeja Branch. With all of these things in place, we will naturally attract membership. In fact, our membership has increased because of this committee. I know many people that we're indicating interest and want to join Ikeja Branch because of what we do and because of the impact we have been able to within that short period of time. And there's still a lot of people that wants to be part of this branch because of the work that this committee is doing. And you know why? Because value is attractive. We are giving them value and they like what we are doing. And because of that, they want to stay permanent with us and keep enjoying what we are dishing out to them. So just in case you're asking, objective, anyway, I've mentioned what our objective is. Then our committee culture, very important. RPJD operates on accountability, structure, professionalism, delivery. Very important. Accountability, structure, professionalism, and delivery. Like I mentioned, activity without results is not acceptable. So this is not a committee that we are just doing a lot, but we are not making any impact. Activity without results is unacceptable. It's not acceptable in this committee. So intentions without follow through do not move the committee forward as well. So please note. Then let me speak about professionalism. Professionalism is all about respect. And I think I need to be a bit firm on this. So all of you that are coming in and the people that are already existing as well, they can understand the culture of this committee. Number one, we do not allow late coming to the meeting. Coming late to the meeting is unprofessional. And lack of punctuality. If you are punctual for every meeting, it shows that you respect other people's time. And if you like to come late for meetings, it shows that you don't value their time. So lateness wastes other people's time and it signals low priority. You are just telling us that you are not as important as other things in your life. And that is why you show up in our meetings late. So we do not allow that. In professional settings everywhere, punctuality is equivalent to respect. So if you are the types that like to come late to everything, please stop it. And thank God, we now impose fine for people that comes to meeting late. We believe that we are all adults. We don't need reminders. You don't need to be calling every now and then. Say, meeting is by 5. You should automatically know. If you are a responsible, person, you should put all of those things in your reminder so that you don't need external person to tell you this is it. Look at the branch chairman. I didn't even reach out to her to remind her that no Mao, don't forget but I didn't reach out to her today. I completely forgot. I wanted to do that only for me to see that she's already on the call. And if she can join the call, that early, that's a very good leadership. And leadership is by example. So if the number one person in Ikeja Branch can demonstrate that kind of, leadership and professionalism, then what do we need from committee members? So please, late coming is unprofessional. It has to stop now, please, just in case you are the type that likes to come late. Then, I also noticed something. When a leader speaks in a group and members don't react, it is unprofessional actually. Why? You are showing, just in case, I communicate on the group that, this is, and there is no reaction button from anybody. There is no, this is well noted. Let me tell you why it is unprofessional. Silence can be interpreted as disinterest, that you are not just interested in what I'm saying, or I'm just talking my own. It's also a signal of disrespect. You're just saying, boy, you just want to sit down somewhere. And it's also a lack of alignment. You're just telling us that you don't align with what we are doing. Maybe I come get an information and it doesn't really go well with you. You're just, guys, I mean, just the play. So ignoring or failing to respond to a leader's message is disrespectful. That's just what it is everywhere. This is not a place where you give attitude. Please, just in case you're that kind of person, please stop it. Leaders communicate to receive acknowledgement, not applause. I'm not saying something, maybe you should clap for me, but the little respect you can give is just to react. Just if you can't even acknowledge, just react. And not just me alone. If you have a lead in the unit that communicate any message on the group, please acknowledge, give the person honor, react to the message. If you don't want to say noted or acknowledge or use those words, please react to the message. Very important. That is what professionalism requires. It shows that you respect that person. And just in case you also find an officer that you feel is your subordinate, or you are higher than the person in terms of authority structure, and the person communicate an information on the group, please, leaders in the group, please acknowledge it as well. Some of these people, I might be sending them an errand. They're simply working on delegation authority. I remember I sent the staff secretary to post an information. Just, I think 1 or 2 people just reacted. Everybody was just looking. Please, it doesn't show that respect is reciprocal and we should learn to honor one another. Please, you might be above the person in time of hierarchy. Please do the person honor by just react. Even me, I react to their message as well. Please do the person honor by just, once you say just, if it's just a reaction, just do it. Begging all of you. And that is professionalism and that is what is required. Please, going forward, you don't want to send message and people are just looking away. Please, it's a sign of disrespect, sign of this lack of alignment. Then another thing I also want to mention about, still on this professionalism issue. Like I said, acknowledgement shows courtesy. So please always acknowledge people's message, react to it. Then another thing I also noticed, please if you want to be, if you know you are not going to be available for any events the committee is organizing, please ensure you communicate that early to the leadership of the committee. And why that you have to do that is also on professionalism. If you just decide not to show up in meeting that you're supposed to be there, we have an event and we are expecting that members will be there, and you are not present and you didn't send an apologies ahead. It's wrong. It's unprofessionalism. Because this is a term. Leaders plan based on availability of key people. Absent without notice, it disrupt a lot of things. So just in case you were delegated with a responsibility and you will not be available, please do us the honor by communicating it early enough so that we can make alternative for that kind of arrangement. And if you cannot attend an event, it's important to communicate this in advance so that proper adjustments can be made. Failing to notify your chairman shows a lack of rest, that you're not even a responsible person, and respect for the planning process. Some of these things I'm saying, you might be uncomfortable with them, but they are the truth everywhere. Honestly, they are the truth everywhere. I've been privileged to be in some space, so they are just the truth everywhere. Just in case some of us don't know. Like I said, this is not just a space where you run tax, you also learn leadership as well. So it's just professional standard everywhere. So please inform us early, give us reasons why you will not show up. You can also, give us alternative of somebody that might take over that duty from you just in case you will not be available. So not showing up without notice just shows that there's dereliction of responsibility. So another thing I also want to mention under the same professionalism, please, if you assign a task, please carry it out, whether me or your lead or whoever it is that assigned it, please carry it out. Many of us are young. You don't even have to respect the person, just respect the person's office. That this thing is coming from somebody that is higher than you, authority. Please honor the person by carrying out that. Don't say, I was this a monkey. They're sending me message. Why are you? Please, it's unprofessionalism to do that. Leadership is not by age. The branch chairman has even mentioned it before me. Leadership is not by age. So please respect people's office. Show them that courtesy. And if you assign a task and you didn't carry it out, it shows lack of accountability and poor work ethic from you. Then another thing I also want to mention, please, I need you to please respect the ESO, as much as you respect me. She's gonna be more like my PA. Please, anytime she reached out to you, please just attend to her like you're attending to me because she's an extension of me. So many times I will not be the one going around and be calling committee members for something. She'll be the one running that errand on my behalf. So just in case she send you a message or she give you a call, please do her the honor. In case you are not available, communicate it to her that, oh, sorry, I'll get back to something. Please deliberately avoiding a call or a message is also unprofessionalism. Not just a message, even my message as well, avoiding my calls or message. It's also unprofessionalism and is a disrespect to leadership structure. So please, going forward, if she tries to reach out to you, please ensure you respond and give her a timely response. What else do I want to say? So if you are busy, if you are not available, just communicate so that they won't misunderstand you. Then habitual late response to message in community groups is also unprofessional. Some of you respond days later. Would have sent a message, you respond every 3 market days, just come in. Maybe a message was sent 3 days ago. After 3 days, you just show up. Then you just begin to react to messages that perhaps they were even dead. Please, all of that. Some of you, you can pin. You might have. I have a lot of chat. I have about 115 unread message on my phone. But there are people that if they message me, I dare not want to respond to them. I dare not want to, because I put them at my priority. I have a lot of message on my DM that I have not even opened. Some plenty unknown number. Some, it's like that everywhere. So you can pin the important people, you can pin the community group so that they always appear at the top of your charts. And you can always, be in tune as to, oh, a message has dropped, something is going on in that, so let me check and take a look at. So we don't want people responding days later to, sometimes it could be an urgent matter. So our community groups are working space, they are not social chats. If you check, we put deliberately so you know that, oh, we are doing a very serious business here. Maybe we might create a social group later for the committee where people can just dump things or have internal conversations or just be free. Maybe we will do that. We can just create a social group where we can have that fun. But our space, the way currently is, it's a working space, it's a social chat. Please note that. The impact of not responding to messages, delay response, um, stored execution, it delays approval as well, and then it affects timelines, just in case we need you to attend to an urgent matter and you are since unreachable. And occasional late response is allowed and is normal because everybody works. But when it becomes consistent, when you be consistent, respond to matters late, especially on committee matters, and it becomes unprofessional. So please, as much as you can, don't archive our group. Don't go and keep our group. I have many groups too that I have archived them. This is when I just wanted to go what they are doing there that I go. So please, this committee group is not one of the groups you archive. Please, we need responses, as fast as we can get from you. So the minimum standard expected is that you acknowledge messages in time, communicate availability, return missed calls, and inform leadership if you'll be unreachable. Deliberate non-responsiveness means we are undermining authority. It weakens team morale as well. It creates unfair workload on responsive tasks. And I think I was doing that as the committee chair. And I just like to call some particular. I know I will always get a pot. There are some that if I tag them to tomorrow, they'll just look away like see, it was not days later that they will see and find out that, sorry, you tagged me. So it's create unfair workload. I might be tempted to keep calling. So please, just in case you have the attitude of not responding to chat or just read our chat and look away, please, that should stop going forward. This is why we're having this onboarding meeting so everybody can align and know what is expected from them. So if you continue, the implication of delayed response is that it reduces trust, like I said. It can even justify, reassignment of roles. Maybe you might just wake up one day and say, let's take this person to our subcommittee. Or we can even remove you from sensitive responsibility if you know that you are not serious, with our work. We might just say, I think it's time for us to let this person go. Yes. So please, all of those things are some of the things I put together to make a decision as to why a committee member should be assigned. So please, hoping we'll do better. So it is not actually punishment. It's not a way to punish you. It is just organizational hygiene. It's just cleansing. So sometimes you have to do that as a leader. Sometimes some decisions will be painful. There are committee members that had to let go, that we had solid working, talking relationship, that had to let go because they were not effective in the work of the committee. Personally, both of us were very cool. Like we had a very good relationship, but because their delivery to the committee is affecting the work of the committee, I had to let them go because of that. So I put the committee first the work first before. Personal relationship is good as well. I want to have personal relationship with many of you here. But then if it is something that would affect the work, I think I will have to, put the work first before. The relationship will still continue anyway. I'm not going to do it in a way that, we're not going to, we'll do it. We'll settle it amicably and I will let you know why, you just have to, go. So if you cannot be rich, it means you cannot be relied upon. And if you cannot be relied upon, leadership cannot plan with you. That's just the summary of everything that I'm saying. And this is honest global professional standard everywhere. This is not the only committee. If you have occupied different leadership positions and you have been exposed to some international brand as well, you understand that this is the standard that they required from everybody that's part of the team. So in summary, professionalism is all about respect, responsibility, and communication. If you constantly fail to meet this expectation, it can harm your reputation and relationship with the team. So please, we need to stop some of these things, just do them. Then let me also tell us what RPJD is not. RPJD is not a social group, and it is not a title holding platform. Membership of this committee comes with responsibility, responsiveness, and measurable contribution. Going forward, every member is expected to engage actively, communicate clearly, meet timelines, and uphold the professional standard of the NSE Ikeja branch. This culture is non-negotiable, and if you are to achieve our mandate, these are things that we don't negotiate with. So, in summary, let me summarize all that I've said. Our vision is that RPJD is a trusted, it becomes a trusted professional platform. We are known for quality, consistency, and impact. Is our vision. I'm summarizing our vision that I've made. And then we become a reference point within and outside the branch. Inside the branch, we want other committee to emulate what we are doing and, see us as a role model that, wow, RPJD committee takes the lead, other people follow. So we want to become that reference point. Let them come and learn how we are doing what we are doing. Then our objective summary now, capacity building section, resource sharing, job and opportunity dissemination, mentorship and career guidance, professional visibility initiative. So let me go to RPJD committee structure, unit and reporting framework. Please, can you move to the next slide, please? Technical team. Oh, sorry, I left the call. Please, can you still hear me? Please, can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I hope I've been clear all this way. I said, I hope I've been clear all this while that I've been speaking. Please, can you put the slide in slide mode? I want it to be bigger. Can you put it in slide mode? Technical team. I hope I've been clear all this while. Let's confirm that.
Yes, you have.
Okay, so RPJD committee structure, unit and reporting framework. The RPJD committee operates under a defined leadership and operational framework. At the committee level, we have the chairman and co-chair providing overall leadership and coordination. If you say the organogram that is right in front of you, supported by the committee advisor, who provide guidance, oversight, and alignment with brand leadership. So if you check that structure, you see that parallel structure of chairman, the chair, and the advisor. So the chairman, overall leadership and coordination, supported by the co-chair. Then the advisor provide guidance, oversight, and institutional alignment as well. Then our secretariat provide documentation, coordination, and record keeping. So you see all of us reporting to the branch chair. She's the number one. So everything we do, she knows we're involved. She provides oversight over the committee, leadership oversight over the committee. So you see all of us reporting to the branch chairman. So operationally, the committee function through defined unit role. If you see the organogram, you see ERP units, mentorship units, ECML units, and the executive secretariat. Each unit exists to handle specific aspect of RPJD mandates, and each unit is led by unit lead, supported by an assistant and relevant officers. So if you check the structure we have here, 3 people. So you have the unit member reporting to their unit lead. Then you have the unit lead reporting to the chairman or the co-chair. Then the chairman himself, which is me, I report to the branch leadership. And I also interface with the committee advisor where necessary. So this structure was deliberately put in place to ensure that everybody in the committee performs a specific role, and we don't want to model everything together. We don't want to, everybody is doing everything. We believe that streamlining things will help us achieve better results. So we don't want one person doing the CML work, doing mentorship work, at the same time doing the ERP professional work or doing the secretariat work. It will be too much. You can't be effective under that condition. So we've deliberately streamlined everything to ensure that we are much more effective in our delivery. So say, for example, the ERP unit, you have Favor, you have Ismail, then you have the new guy, which is Ahmad, who just joined. So in that unit, they are responsible for ERP operations, anything that has to do with job, IT support, anything job, that's their job. Anything job posting, job this, job that. And recently, they are also responsible for screening and shortlisting of candidates. That has been added to their work. Before now, I assigned that responsibility to the partnership unit, but we no longer have partnership units. So that they now, originally it belongs to them, but because the partnership units, we're practically not bringing any partners on board. That is why we have to yank up that unit from the committee, and I, the chairman, will take over that responsibility fully, because they were just sitting, I do not doing anything. So for them to have something to do, I yanked up that responsibility of screening and shortlisting candidates, and I gave it to the partnership unit as at that time. But now we've completely taken them out of the unit. So it now goes back to where it falls originally. So anything that has to do with job posting, recruitment, shortlisting, everything, jobs, opportunity, it is that unit that handles it. Then the mentorship unit, they are in charge of our mentorship programs, the NIBAMs. I had a meeting with them before now. By 5 p.m., we had about almost 1 hour conversation. They're sharing with them everything about the program and all of that. So anything that has to do with NIBAMs, that is their own specialization. So we specialize in this unit to ensure that we are more effective in our delivery. So there's nobody that is doing everything here, even though sometimes they might call you to collaborate and assist us in some of the little work. But primarily, your responsibility falls in your units. You must not fail in your units. And in fact, that is your primary, that is where you should excel more. So we now have the CML units that handles, they are responsible for our career fair and other programs to commemorate international days. You see that in our TOR, our time of reference. So not just career fair that they will plan, they will also plan other programs to commemorate our international days. So it's also their responsibility to do that. And anything that has to do with physical events, that is their own work. So say we are going to have our NIBAM's graduating ceremony coming on May. This is the ECML unit that will plan that. The mentorship unit will interface with them, share with them how they want it or whatever it is that they want. But it is their responsibility to ensure that they plan that event They will manage everything from the beginning to the end. But the mentorship unit, we had input because it is their own program. So they also had input and plan alongside with them. But that is their work. Anything physical event or anything that had this, that is what they are supposed to do. That is their work. So then the executive secretariat officer, I've mentioned their role before. So documentation, record keeping, communication, all of that, it falls, in their unit. So if you check the team very well, you see you have 3 people in a unit. You only see one person, the mentorship operation officer, standing alone, reporting directly to the grant and to the chairman. And that is the only exception in the structure. Every other unit, you have 3, and everybody reports to their lead. But in the mentorship unit, you see the mentorship operation officer as a standalone person. And the reason is because the mentorship operation officer will be performing a very specific role for the RPJD committee. She's supposed to be the mentorship backbone, the IT backbone for the mentorship program for us. So anything that has to do with, she's into machine learning, and that was why I brought her in, because she's also into IT and all of that. So anything that has to do with IT related, you even see the tasks are, for those of you in the mentorship, you see the type of tasks are assigned to her. Very soon she's going to create the dashboard for monitoring the advanced program, and then other community work as well. The IT person in our ministry will also always assist us in achieving all of that. But she falls directly under the mentorship unit. That is our primary, a primary unit. But she's supposed to play, she's supposed to perform other work for the committee as well. So she's the only exception that is not directly under a lead, that is directly under the oversight of the RPGD chairman and co-chairman. So that is that. Then in terms of roles, responsibility, and performance expectation for all members, membership of the RPJD committee comes with responsibility. Being part of this committee is not about holding title or being on the platform. It's about contributing meaningfully to the committee's mandate. Every member, regardless of your role, is expected to participate actively, respond promptly to communication. I've mentioned all of this before now. Attend scheduled meetings as well, and deliver on assigned responsibilities. Silence, prolonged inactivity, or repeated disengagement undermines the work of the committee. Please note that roles within RPJD are structured through our unit. I've mentioned this. Members are expected to contribute through their assigned units, while unit lead coordinate activities and provide updates. The secretariat ensure that record, documentation, and coordination are properly managed. Performance within RPGD is measured by contribution and consistency. Don't forget, part of our vision is that we are consistent. So performance is measured by not just contribution, but by consistency as well. Not by mere presence. Also, we focus on deliverables, engagement, and follow through. This is important for sustainability and credibility of the committee. Professional conduct is non-negotiable. I've mentioned all of this before now. Communication must remain respectful. It must remain professional and aligned with the values of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. So please mind the way you talk, the tone you use. This is a professional platform. Please keep it as it is. Where performance gaps exist, they will be addressed constructively. The goal is not to punish, but to maintain standard. And to protect the integrity of the committee and ensure that RPJD continues to function effectively. So what am I saying in summary? Membership is a responsibility. Appointment is not the same thing as title. Appointment is service plus accountability. Expectation for every member, there must be active participation, timely response to messages, attendance at meetings, completion of assigned tasks. So we will not give you tasks and you don't complete it. Please, it's very important. It's part of our, culture. Excuse me. So in terms of your roles, specific responsibility, members contribute to the assigned units, leads coordinate and reports, secretariats document and track. I've mentioned all of this, is just submitted now. Then performance measurement, we measure deliverables, not presence, and consistency matters. This is almost the third or fourth time I've been measuring consistency. Professional conduct as well, respectful communication, professional tone, alignment with NSE values. Then consequences, there's always consequences for everything. Non-performance will be addressed. Structure exists to support, not to punish. Sustainability require accountability. We want to go for a break or I should continue?
Continue, please.
Should I continue? Everybody agree I should continue, or we should like say 1 minute or 2 minute break?
You can continue, sir.
Okay. All right. So governance, ethics, accountability, and professional conduct. I'll say 1 minute or 2 minute break.
You can continue, sir.
Subscribe.
So governance, ethics, accountability, if you have the agenda, that's what I'm using. RPJD does not operate in isolation. It functions under the Nigerian Society of Engineers Ikeja Branch and must therefore uphold the same institutional standards. Governance within RPJD is guided by approved structure, documented processes, and the operations and governance manual. You have this, I've shared this with everyone. This ensures consistency and fairness. There are no personal rules or informal exceptions. Ethics and integrity are central to our work. Please, you need to know that as RPJD committee members, we represent the NSC, whether in meeting, communication programs, or online platform. Our conduct, both publicly and internally, reflects on the branch and the profession at large. So all of us in this room are engineers. You know what NSC is. You know their ethics. Please ensure you uphold it. Very important. So ethics and integrity are central to our work. As RPJD committee members, represent the NSC. I've mentioned all of this. So just ensure that you represent us well, whether online, offline, anywhere, treat the profession like you treat your reputation, please. Very important. Accountability is non-negotiable. Every responsibility assigned within RPJD is traceable to an individual unit. Collective ownership does not remove individual responsibility. So, please, everyone answers for assigned duties. No general responsibility mindset, please. Let's take responsibility for our unit. Just say sometimes, when responsibility are not assigned to some particular person, they say, everybody's responsibility is no responsibility. That's just something what I'm saying. Professional conduct is expected at all times. Communication must be respectful, objective, and professional. Even in disagreement, please. We engage ideas, not personalities. Just in case you didn't align or you didn't agree with my own line of thoughts, please present your matters constructively. It doesn't call for attack on my personality. Engage my idea, not my personality. Don't begin to really, we don't use all of that. So we maintain professional tone at all times and no abuse of authority, please. Fairness, transparency guide our decision making. So we are very fair in what we do. That's why we have a governance manual that checkmates our activity as well. Standard apply equally to everyone. Nobody's above the governance manual, including me myself. Regardless of your tenure or your role, whether you've been a long, committee member, you're just joining, it apply equally to everyone. And this is how trust is built and sustained within the community. So in terms of communication protocol, decision makings, and workflow, RPJD uses defined communication channel. We have official WhatsApp platform that we use for coordination and updates. We have email for formal communication. Then we have Zoom. Zoom remain our platform for meetings, onboarding, and structured engagements. So if you want to have our meeting, we use Zoom. We don't use WhatsApp for meetings. We only use WhatsApp for communication updates and for coordination. Then if you want to communicate formally, we use our emails to do that. So communication ethics matters. Message should be clear. When you are sending a message, please let it be clear, let it be concise and professional as well. Timely response are expected, especially where tax or deadlines are involved. Silence or prolonged delays affects our workflow and delivery. I've mentioned all of this before. Then please speak professional, use professional language. Ideas and initiative can originate for a unit. And please bring them to us. The reason why we are bringing you on board is to ensure that this committee enter another level. We will review it together and we will approve, through the approved channel before execution. This ensure alignment with the RPJD mandate and branch expectation. Please, no tax should be assumed and no major action should be taken without clarity of approval. This approach allows RPJD to function effectively, professionally, and sustainably. Please, very important. And there are decisions that we cannot just take as a committee. Sometimes we take them to the branch chairman to see whether she approves that we should do or we should not do. So if you have idea, you have great ideas, we think we should move the committee forward. Bring them forward, review it, say it, then I'm very sure there is nothing we take to our chairman. If it is good, trust me, she will approve it. That one I can tell you because she also likes something that is very good. So we're supposed to take the advisory remark and practical guidance by the committee advisor, but it's not on this call. We're editing that. Apologies ahead. So with that said, we want to move to our Q&A section. It's been a long time. It's been a long journey to this point. So I will welcome questions. Then I'll give responses. So question and answer time, please. So if you have question, please, let's have it. So questions, please. Based on everything we've discussed, need clarity on one or two. I'm here to address all of this collectively. So maybe you can go ahead and ask a question.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, mine is not really a question. I just want to make a suggestion regarding because there are so many groups, sometimes it is hard to keep tabs on the groups. I think that when a task is assigned on the group, the person should be tagged, not just write the person's name, so that because people are all having different activities, like you mentioned, you have so many groups on your phone. So I think that if a person is tagged on the task, it is easier to circle back and attend to it rather than just dropping it like that on the group. So it helps people just follow through.
Okay, so that's when you are assigning that you should tag the person at AB kindly attend. So
Exactly.
okay, so that's noted. So if you check, we have for every unit, ECML, they have their group, ERP, they have their unit group, and we want to ensure that their own communication are streamlined to, we don't want to be putting everything on that, general committee leadership group where, there can be lots of information. So anything that has to do with ERP, I interact with them strictly on that group. If it is mentorship, I come to your unit, I interact with you guys on that group. So that's why we have that group and the other unit group. Then we also have the lead unit group that I just created today, and that was created so that the description is to explain the purpose where all the leads are in a room where then you have the ESO playing, she's practically in all the group except one, which is the ERP, and I didn't deliberately put her there because I don't want her to be disturbed with loads of info. But if she wants to be there, I will equally put her there because she's supposed to, help coordinate the team and all of that. So, do we have any other question? Okay, Ismail, I think is your hand raised, or is it me that I'm seeing something else?
No.
Oh, okay. Do we have any other question? Please, let's address some of those questions so that we can, just in case you need clarity for anything, we talk about it and do justice to it. So I think we can proceed with the next thing on the agenda. Okay, so going forward, we'll be having monthly committee meetings, a general meetings, but not meetings with the lead. A general meeting where all of us come together as a committee. We're supposed to have it monthly. We've only done it once since we started this committee, just once. And I'm sure the ESO would have seen that it was just inaugural meeting that is there. So since that time, we've not had any committee meeting. We only had one family meeting afterwards, but then we've not had any problem. So going forward, ESO, we throw a pull on the group. I think our meeting should be on weekend, Saturday, Sunday. During the week might be busy for many of us because of our commitment to other activity and the work. So weekend, I'm sure will be fine. So the ESO can do a pull on the group, let people vote, which of the days is convenient for them. Then whoever category wins, then that will be the day we'll be having our committee meeting monthly going forward. And please be reminded, you're supposed to submit your reports by the 5th of every month. But for this month, no reports because everybody just came in. So going forward, February, before 5th of February, please do submit your reports. The ESO will collate everything on or before 7th. And then she will present it to me for me to send to the branch chairman. So whatever activity you've done for that month, whatever impact you made, please document it. Like I said, you need to maintain a documentation structure and culture. So document everything, put it somewhere. And these are some of the things you can also share in your profile that, oh, these are the work you've done, this is the impact you've made. Let's see. I document as well too. Anything I'm doing, I put it in somewhere so that I can always have reference to it later on. So we want to come to the end of the meeting. I want to appreciate my branch chairman for staying through from the beginning of the call to this very moment. It's really a lot. She might not to even be here, but thank you so much for honoring us. Thank you so much for joining the call from the beginning to the end. Even some committee member has left the call by now, but thank you so much that you stayed from the beginning to the end. We appreciate you, Ma. We didn't take your presence for granted. Thank you so much. Just in case you have any last word for us to say, I will give you the floor to say it before we come to the close of this onboarding section. Thank you so much, Ma. Over to you, Ma. You have the floor if you want to say anything.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. What I just want to say is that I don't believe in keeping mute in discussion like this. He talked about reporting, which was one of the things I also mentioned to him. And I would suggest that there should be a guideline. Like, let me see if I can quickly show my screen. Can I show? Okay, yeah.
Yes, you can.
Okay. So he said he documents a lot. Whilst we're having this meeting, I sent him my speech and I also tried to just put this in a personal monthly report with the brand I normally prepare for. This is just to enable me to also be accountable to myself. Because sometimes you want to ask yourself, what's taking your whole time? People say RPJD is doing a lot, NIMOT is doing a lot, the branch is doing a lot, but at the end of the day, there's nothing to show for it. The chairman understands what I'm talking about. So I'm also learning to take personal responsibility of the things we do. So I'll suggest that whoever is in charge come up with a template of this is what we want, so that you don't write 100 words and you realize that you only need 5 words for that particular activity. Then it makes it easier for her to collate. Then it's not laborious for any of the committee member. Why you see somebody writing 20 and you are writing 100, So please, let's make it interactive, engaging, and rewarding for us. So whatever you write, at the end of the monthly meeting or whatever engagement you do, the impact you make, feel free to post it on your LinkedIn or anywhere that, this impact I'm making. You never can tell who is doing it. I've been so engrossed with the branch work that in the last 1 year, I've not posted a thought of my own, and I feel it's not good enough despite all we're doing. So please don't be like me. Own the work you are doing, and please be very proud about it. Tag whoever you need to tag, and we always like and acknowledge that this is what you do. You never can tell where to be useful for you. So please don't make it a monologue. let's make it I don't want to say dire, but multi-log. Let's all interact where we think we can make slight correction. I've heard some of you comment, but let's make it a teamwork. Let's speak up so that at the end of the day, it will be rewarding for every one of us. On that note, I say a very big thank you. I've learned, as you can see, I came with my own notepad as well. So no knowledge is lost. And like I said, there's reverse mentoring and equally learning as a branch chairman. I wish you all the best of the new year. And for those of us that will be resuming to work tomorrow, resuming to work tomorrow, I wish you all the very best. Place your head high up and keep shattering keep crushing your goals. Thank you and have a good rest of the day.
Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you so much for that word. Thank you so much. Please appreciate the branch. I mean, it's not easy to hold subtitle of the branch. And if you know the level of work she does, don't worry. Maybe when you are privileged to be in that position, you understand that is not his. But please help me appreciate her, and she still took her time to be part of this meeting. Thank you so much, Ma. Let me also comment on the monthly report. We have a template already for the monthly report. I already stated it should be more than one page or maximum 2 page. So you also see what I needed. I just needed it to be direct. Don't tell us executive summary. I think I've also addressed some of these things. There were at the points of committee members were doing something out of the reporting template. I just want specific, something that is not more than one page. And the report is supposed to be filled by both the lead, the assistant, and whoever is the third person in that unit. All of you put all of your report together, just something straightforward and direct that to be easy for us to put together. Then maybe if you want to now do the storytelling details, you can do that on LinkedIn on your personal, documents. But so that it's easier for us to collect and you just need what you have done for the month. Oh, the ERP now, for example, I posted 2 jobs, we got 100 views. It's something very direct and that shows impact that, oh, this is what your unit has done for the month. Then the assistants too, what did you contribute? How did you help to achieve that objective? Okay, I supported or I did this. Put your own to just something very short and direct. For some of you that have assigned tasks to, you already have something to put in your report for the following month. Just, put those things. Oh, this is what I've done for the committee, within the space. And that's all we need from you. Something very short and direct. And some of those things that some of us post on LinkedIn, you really don't know the impact. So let me just share a brief story with you. Of recent, I've attracted recruiters coming into my DM, to just throw job offers at me, and all of that. I don't know for what they are saying on my LinkedIn page, but those are some of the things that, that can give you that elevation in your professional life that you might not know, but then I'm a witness and I've seen all of this. In fact, I have somebody that has been calling me consistently that I want to have an interview. I keep saying no, I'm not available. We have pushed the interview to this year. So, and like that, some other people just came to just enter my DM with it as, oh, my name is this, are you interested in this role? And all of that, and all of that. I don't know what is it that's attracting them to my DM, but I'm sure I've just been attracted. And maybe when you check my profile, you might understand why, they are coming into my DM. But then I'm just telling you some of these little things we don't take serious. They actually, play a role in your professional life. So we have come to the close of today's onboarding section. I want to reiterate, let me just repeat why today was important. This section was not just an introduction for new members. It was a realignment for everyone, a shared reset. This is a reset button for both the old and the new that are coming, and a recommitment to how RPJD will function going forward. So I already mentioned this earlier. It's not going to be business as usual. Many things have changed about the committee. So being part of RPJD is not about title or visibility alone. It's about responsibility, consistency, and service. This is the fourth or fifth or sixth time I've mentioned consistency. Every role here matters, and every role comes with expectations. Going forward, structures will be respected, performance will be tracked, and engagement will be taken seriously. This is not to pressure anyone, but pardon me, but to ensure that our collective efforts translate into measurable impacts. In terms of next step, everyone is expected to actively participate in unit activities and assign tasks. If at any point you are unclear about your role, expectation, or processes, please speak up early. This committee values clarity and growth, and we are here to support one another within the framework that has been set. Speak up early, ask for clarity, grow within the system. Today marks your work starts immediately. From this point, we move from orientation to execution straight. So everybody that has come into the unit, please for some of you in like the ERP favor, you do have a role to you do have a job of onboarding your new recruits in your unit. Please put the person through everything that has to do with activities in your unit. I hope that you can hear me.
Yeah, all right. I'm with you.
Please put it through everything, what to do, how you do it, what should be done. Please have that section with him and Ismail again, please. Very important. Have that section with both of them again.
All right.
Yes, please. And my door remains open for constructive discussion, suggestions, and clarification. This session has been recorded for documentation and for future reference within RPJD. Thank you for your time, your presence, and your willingness to serve. I'm confident that with the right attitude, discipline, collaboration, this team will deliver meaningful results this year. I look forward to working with every one of you. Thank you very much for staying through to the end of the call, and do have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much. So the meeting has ended. Thank you all. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, branch chairman. Thank you, everybody.
You didn't snap us picture.
Oh, it's true. We're supposed to do picture. Oh, and technical team, can you snap this section? Thank you all. Please don't leave. Just let's take a picture of our onboarding section. We need to have a record of this. It's very important, actually. That was an omission. Technical team, please, can you take our picture?
Okay. I'll do that now. That's not my phone. I'll be using.
Don't worry, I think I've taken one already. So everybody,
All
thank
right.
you for staying through on this call. Do enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you so much. All right, bye everyone. Thank you for staying through on this call. Do enjoy the evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you, branch.
Thank you, our branch chairman. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you,
A
Ma.
pleasure.
We appreciate you deeply. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye. But